Barcelona once again win La Liga for the first time since 2023, and it has come down to the 36th match day for the job to be finished. Now, going into this game, Barca knew that they had three tough final games for the season to ensure that they win the league. Three tough games. The away game that happened yesterday that secured the league against Espanyol, and then a home game against Villarreal next, and to end the season off away against Athletic Bilbao. Those are three very tough games, and Barcelona managed to get it done in the first one of those three. But going into the game, it was a very, very similar scenario to the rest of the games Barca's been playing for the past month and a half. For some reason, Barca in this time frame has literally required, needed the other team to score two goals before halftime, before Barca wakes up. And it was the same case yesterday. Yes, Espanyol didn't get the two goals before halftime, but they should have had, because if you go to the stats, this is the first time I've seen a stat board like this when it comes to Barcelona this season. Yes, Barca dominated the possession, but I have never seen Barca this season look so dull in the build-up, look so dull in the final third, and really have no cutting edge in the attack. Espanyol, especially in the first half, had three big chances. In the second half, it was a bit, boring. But in the first half, Espanyol had three big chances that they couldn't capitalize on, and I that is unbelievable to me. Now we know Barcelona's high line has started to be a bit more exposed. They've become a bit more lethargic off the ball when it comes to the pressure and trying to protect that back line. But Barca has been conceding so many chances and goals lately, and they've relied on outscoring teams rather than holding them out of the goal to win these games. What's happened yesterday was they managed to scrape away a clean sheet, Barcelona, and it took a second half ridiculous goal from Yamal for Barca to actually, secure a title and possibly wake up a little bit. Yamal had to literally sink a laser beam top bins for Barca to wake up. And from when that happened, it was a bunch of it was all Barcelona from that point. Espanyol couldn't really create anything. Of course, they got the red card after from that elbow from Abrera. I'm not sure why he did that action. I think it was unnecessary. Maybe he was angry, but either way, unnecessary. I think it's a red card. I could go either way, but I think it could definitely be given as a red card. And then, of course, finally, at the end of the game, secured the league title completely. Fermin Lopez with a great finish after a great assist from Yamal, and Barca are La Liga champions again away at Espanyol for two times in a row now. So now both times in a row, 2025, 2023, that Barca's won the league, it's been done at Espanyol away. And you could see it in the faces of the Espanyol fans. They looked absolutely devastated, and they didn't want it to happen. It makes sense. It's the same thing as Madrid winning the league at Atletico Madrid Stadium. This is an in-region, in-city derby between both teams, and you never want a team that has a chance to win the trophy in your stadium actually doing it. You never want that to happen. So it makes sense how Espanyol, were upset. The Cabrera, got angry at the red card. Everyone was mad. The fans were annoyed. It was all that. But before the game, you could see it. I mean, it was always going to be like this. Before the game, I think there was essentially basically like actual war crimes being committed outside before the game outside the stadium. Literal war crimes. Like I think someone ran over people. I mean, people were fighting, people were bleeding. It was completely ridiculous. I think it's unnecessary. I'm not sure who did what. I didn't look into it, but nonetheless, it just encapsulated what this derby is about. These two teams, their history goes back way further than whenever me or whoever watches this video or people in general started watching the sport. There's something deeper here, but in general, the point is that Barca get it done at a tough away ground, and the game encapsulated what this derby is, and Barca officially win the league now. Now, if you look at the league table over here, it took to the 36th match day for Barca to win this league. And that is not partially, that is because in the November to December period, Barcelona had a huge fall off. Now, Barca, if we go to home games alone, would actually be second place right now. Barcelona had been ridiculously good away and have managed to get the job done away so well this season. And of course, we can see it here. They're 7 points ahead now. And yes, it was that November to December period where it was a bit shaky. That's where Madrid took the lead in the table. But I think since January 2025, I don't think we could do a filter of time frames here. But since January, since the turn of the year, Barcelona has been ridiculous in the league. Even if they haven't been playing some of the games to their highest level or just well in general, they've been getting the job done. And in my opinion, the way I see it, Madrid has been so poor this season, so much below Barcelona this season. Not in terms of winning games, but in terms of actually performance wise. That I'm not sure how it even went to the 36th match day. This realistically should have been ended in the 33rd match day, possibly, maybe 34th, 32nd. But Barca get it done slightly early either way. And look, overall, this season has been insane for Barcelona. I mean, nobody went into this season expecting Barca to forget winning the domestic treble, but performing in the way that they have. I mean, we talk about the August to October to November period. I mean, Barca was skinning teams alive. It wasn't about just winning the games and how they were playing. They were scoring so many goals, so they were at their peak attacking wise, and they were at their peak defensively. They weren't conceding as many goals as they were now, and they were destroying teams. I mean, all you can recall from that period is 7-0 versus Valladolid, 4-2 versus Villarreal away, 4-1 versus Bayern, 4-0 versus Madrid. It was just pure domination on all aspects of the game from Barcelona. And it's a shame that they couldn't lock it down defensively in the second half of the season, because we could have seen them in the UCL final if that was the case. But these are the things that have to be rectified for next season. These are the areas that have to be considered when making signings in the summer, if they can make signings, considering Tebas's rules in the Liga don't even make sense to anybody. But overall, a 9 out of 10 season for Barcelona. They get the job done in La Liga. The job has been done in Copa del Rey. They won the Super Cup in January. It's just this UCL that remains for this club 10 years now, and it's going to go on for 11 now that they haven't won it. But obviously, that's going to be the main priority next season, considering that they've gotten this far this season up until the semifinal. Of course, today they had and I think they're still doing the parade in Barcelona. Of course, it started like early today, and then it's still going here at night. And you can see it's dark, and they're still doing the parade. So it was like a 15-hour parade around the city, and clearly everyone's celebrating. I mean, it was one of those days. We've seen parades from Barcelona. I mean, when they always win, we saw it with the La Liga win in 2023. We saw it with the treble in 2020, in 2015. We've seen it with the double in 2019, I think. So these parades usually happen. At least the players are still, have still gotten what they deserve. They got fruits from their labor this season, which they deserved at the very least the league. At the very least the league. So the league has been secured. They got what they deserved, as well as the Copa del Rey. So overall, a great season. Like I said, 9 out of 10. And of course, next season is going to be the priority of the UCL. So we're going to talk about a lot this summer when I'm in America, about signings, about who should be signed and why, about who should leave and why. Um, and then, yeah, we have a few games left for the season. Let's see who plays more minutes. Let's see if Fati plays. Let's see if Pablo Torre plays. Let's see how Flick rotates his team in general. And first league win in 2 years. And let's see if they can continue this. We're also going to talk about the Ballon d'Or and who should win it. I'll make a video on that after the UCL final. But for now,